Those that know me may not expect this, but I will try to abstain from any emotion today for a good reason. If you're new, I'm sorry to be this quick on the matter, but if I forget to explain something, ask in the comments, I'll try to answer. So, interstellar initiatives are multi-stage community goals lasting about a month. Now, on August 8, the second one, the Enclave, has concluded. At the end of each interstellar initiative, developers have, if not outright mentioned, then definitely heavily implied some sort of a bigger change to the game and/or rewards for players. Now, for Enclave, the change in the game was that engineer, material trader, and tech broker services were being placed in Witchhead Nebula, and players get a tech broker blueprint, i.e. an unlock for a cosmetic, but not the cosmetic itself straight away. This unlock requires different materials, i.e. gameplay tokens you collect by doing different gameplay types. This usually amounts to grinding such gameplay, which is the design of the tech brokers in big part. It's true that materials can be used to incentivize players to go and try different things and vary their experience, but by many player accounts the required amounts for different unlocks or upgrades often end up forcing the players to repeat requested gameplay loops for hours if not days on end, and becomes counterproductive to the varying up the gameplay argument. This arguably is done to make players spend more time or as much as possible playing the game, often also called player retention. This is done to attempt to sell microtransactions and/or report inflated and empty numbers to shareholders and unsuspecting new customers about the state of the game. And while it is true that you can still make grind fun, Frontier Developments, or rather Elite Dangerous dev team, always chooses to do so in most boring, passionless way. So then Enclave. A lot of people participated in an event each week where you have to do one specific thing. Some repeated this more than the others, but it all ends up being a community grind event. Then the next week and the week after that. For 4 weeks, community enthusiasts repeated tasks ad nauseum, and as a direct reward to them, get an option to unlock a cosmetic. So you have to grind some more to get what the people perceive as the very end result. Now, I cannot put this less plainly. For a month of grinding, your reward is an option to grind some more with a potential result if you grind enough. This is the current state of the game, folks. But TheYamiks is not yet done. Here comes a comparison that I still can remember. Back in 2016, or rather in Xmas of 2016, developers launched a community goal called Festive Appeal on December 22nd. This was a 2-week community goal which is made in such a way to allow more people to participate. And as for rewards for it, beside the typical credit amounts that usually you get from community goals, a ship cosmetic, a chrome skin for an eagle was given out as well. No extra grind for your reward of your efforts, just a plain old skin if you take part, and it automatically gets added to your account. Now, I must make it clear that unlike this event, the Enclave cosmetic is being given to all players, even those, like me, who refuse to participate. Still, the simple fact stands. In 2016, Elite Dev Team had no problem giving out cosmetic rewards for players by participating in a special event. Today, in 2019, the B Team, whose task it is to continue development on the game till 2020, do not wish to give anything out for free, even after a month of grinding, and will require you to waste time pointlessly playing, or rather grinding, the game some more. This is a malicious attempt to get people to log back in and spend extra time doing something, anything, and of course potentially cough up some money for microtransactions too, without attempting to give anything of value or meaning to the player. So my question is, do you consider that cosmetic to be of any real value? Remember that all they did was take the existing Targoid model, reduce its poly count, and slap it on a bobblehead. So to simply put, low effort and slap-quick result. Now, often TheYamiks is accused of not offering any solutions. And it's true, in fact I try not to do so because it's not my job, so why should I spend my time and effort if somebody at a company who is paid cannot be bothered to do either? But once in a blue moon, just to show some greatness, TheYamiks does give advice. So what about Enclave? I have been asked by people, well, what reward would you give? I took a moment, maybe 5 minutes or so, and then a few ideas came to me. How about the story-driven balance pass? See, often I say that in maintenance phase, balance passes are super easy and cheap to do, so why not do it now? It's a perfect time to fix the parts of the game that are borderline broke. But where would you start then? I thought to myself, this is a Targoid event, right? How about the worst weapon and the worst module in the game? The Enzyme Missile and the Meta Alloy Reinforcement. First, Enzyme Missile is absolutely useless and needs a complete redesign, if not just a stat boost. Really, it's a blank slate. Make it into whatever interesting and new thing you want. And meta-alloy reinforcements? Well, you could weave in a story from players gathering the meta-alloys in the phase 1 with the modules remake. And you could make it a competitive grade 3 hull reinforcement package like the Guardian part. Or perhaps better, what about regenerative hull armor? Wouldn't that be cool? See, this is what could have come out of this event. And you could still have the tech broker grind, as these are required to be unlocked as well. But I suppose the thought never reached anyone in charge about this. Instead, let's give a vapid quasi-reward that's actually more grinding. In the same vein, we do all the things. Let's plug our ears at any critique and just weather the storm till the big update. The absolute saddest thing for me is that I know that there are creative people who want to make a good game, not just pump out one time wall after another. This could have been such a positive story for me, but now I'm talking about squandering of effort, potential, and questioning the competence as well as the intent and malice on the company's part. This is the continuation of careless and quite clueless development from a team with horrible management who doesn't even seem to know what this game is about. This is the state of once great game, and I know this will continue going forward. There will be no changed course. So either abandon ship or strap in, my friends. This is a trend that this game has always had. It almost feels like a compilation of an abandonware.